Right guys, Tom here and welcome to a new video, and today I'm bringing you my TLC 2014 predictions. In this video I'm going to predict every single match on the match card. Every match which is happening at the TLC pay-per-view on Sunday is predicted in this video. That's absolutely awesome. If that doesn't deserve a like, I have no idea what does. Also, if you feel like you want to subscribe, do it right now. Just before the video starts, click it. Just click it now. It's that easy. Then you subscribe to my channel, because every pay-per-view before the show, I always predict every match. I'm just the guy for predicting pay-per-view matches. So subscribe if you like that kind of thing. If you like reviews of Raw, every pay-per-view is reviewed on this channel too. Sometimes some DVDs are reviewed. I give you results for most shows as well. Everything on here is about WWE. There's also some gaming as well, but it's pretty much about WWE. So if you're into WWE, you're gonna like my channel. So like the video, subscribe, and I'd really appreciate it if you could share this video across your social media. Twitter, Facebook, it's awesome if you share it. I'll follow you on Twitter if you share it, because I really appreciate it and it helps a hell of a lot. Now, if you've been a subscriber for a while on this channel and you're wondering why I'm not using a webcam on this video, why can't you see my face? There's one reason behind that. It's because I've been banned from using custom thumbnails on my channel. I'm not sure if I'm going to get that back soon. I will be getting it back in March, definitely, when my strike goes. But for now, I don't get that feature at the moment. Not sure if it's going to come back soon, but it'll definitely be back in March. So instead of using a webcam as the video, I'm actually just using what I'd normally use as the thumbnail as the background to this video, because then I still get to use a sort of thumbnail for the video. So before you clicked on this video, you'll have seen the same image you're seeing now whilst you're watching the video. It's just because I can't use custom thumbnails at the moment, so I pretty much have to do that, because nobody wants to see a video in their sub box with a face of me. That's not exciting. I still wanted to be able to use a sort of feature which is like a thumbnail. Anyway, let's get on to these TLC predictions. The first match is Dean Ambrose against Bray Wyatt, and I'm going to predict Bray Wyatt to win this match. I really like Bray Wyatt. I feel like he needs to win more than Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is really over at the moment. Obviously, everybody loves Dean Ambrose. I feel like he's the most over babyface in the company right now. So obviously, I feel like he doesn't need to win as much as Bray Wyatt. Also, Bray Wyatt, I thought he was going to win at Survivor Series. Technically, he didn't really win. It was a DQ. So I feel, since Bray Wyatt hasn't won a pay-per-view match since SummerSlam, he really needs his first pay-per-view win since returning. Obviously, he only returned a few months ago. I think it was about a month and a half ago. So obviously, he's still looking for that big win. And he's going to get that at TLC on Sunday. I feel Bray Wyatt, he's not as over as Dean Ambrose. He's still looking for a big win since returning. He hasn't had a big pay-per-view win since SummerSlam against Jericho. So he really needs to win this match and end 2014 on a high. Dean Ambrose, he's going to end 2014 on a high anyway. He doesn't need this win. I feel like this win should go to Bray Wyatt, and I believe it will. Also, it's likely we'll get a third match between these guys at Royal Rumble, so it only makes sense for the bad guy to win this match, so Dean Ambrose can win the final match at Royal Rumble, and obviously the good guy to conclude the feud. That's usually what happens in feuds in wrestling. You usually have the good guy win the final match. So, have Bray Wyatt win this match and have another match at the Rumble where Dean Ambrose will eventually win the feud. So, Bray Wyatt to win this match. He simply needs to win more. The next match is John Cena against Seth Rollins. I feel like this is an easy prediction to make. Some people might be disappointed in what I say, but I see John Cena winning this match. Now, this was probably one of the hardest predictions to make on the whole pay-per-view, but this pay-per-view is really easy to predict, so it wasn't that difficult to make. Every time I bet against John Cena to win, he always wins. So, you may know, if you've been a long-time subscriber, I have to predict John Cena to win every match. He always bloody wins. So, there's no doubt that I'm going to bet on John Cena to win here. He always wins. He always wins. They want to protect this guy all the friggin' time. So, John Cena to win this match. We've yet to see the concluding match between Brock Lesnar and John Cena. It's been rumoured since John Cena was still the... Well, we found out John Cena was the #1 contender in October, so we're still waiting for that match against Brock Lesnar. Why would they scrap that idea when it was announced in October that Cena would face Brock Lesnar? I mean, that would be deproductive. We're all waiting for that match, that final match, so why scrap the idea now? It doesn't really make sense for them to scrap that idea, because who would Brock Lesnar face at the Rumble if John Cena isn't the #1 contender anymore? John Cena is still pretty much in that feud with Brock Lesnar. We all want to see it, so it would make sense for Brock Lesnar to face somebody else. If John Cena lost this match at TLC, he obviously won't be the #1 contender anymore, so who would be the new #1 contender? There's not enough time to decide that or build it up. The match between Cena and Brock is pretty much already built. They could have that match now and we'd all be into it anyway. So it just doesn't make sense to scrap that idea. And why would they give the win to Seth Rollins? I mean, Seth Rollins, he's got the money in the bank to fall back on. He's doing okay. He doesn't necessarily need this win. I feel like, theoretically, John Cena should win this. He's heading towards another match against Brock Lesnar. They need to build him up as much as possible to be... well, to seem as like a legitimate contender to win that belt at the Rumble. Seth Rollins winning, what's he going to do with that win? Not much. Not much. I think it's been a good year for Seth Rollins. Cena needs to win more if we're heading towards that match against Brock Lesnar. And also, I feel like Randy Orton's going to return here. It looks like we're going to get Randy Orton against Seth Rollins. So, it only makes sense for Randy Orton to put Seth Rollins maybe through a table to end this match. And that would give Seth Rollins the loss. But then, that would mean that it wasn't a clean win for John Cena. So, it would be some sort of protection for Seth Rollins, which WWE will be trying to do. I mean, he's the younger guy. They'll want to protect Seth Rollins in this match. So that would be the perfect ending towards this match for Randy Orton to return and to put Seth Rollins through the table. Therefore, he wouldn't really have lost cleanly. And that'll be a good way to put Randy Orton over as well. I see Randy Orton returning in this match and giving John Cena the win. I see no way in hell Seth Rollins winning this match. Why would they scrap the Cena and Brock feud for no reason? Okay, the next match is an easy match to predict. It's Ryback against Kane. Easy prediction, Ryback to win. Yes, I don't remember the last time Kane got a win. I have no idea why he's still around. Nobody's into him. He's not really over. He's boring. Ryback is super over at the moment. He's one of the most over baby faces at the moment. WWE are super hot on pushing this guy right now. I believe it's his first pay-per-view singles match since returning. Yes, it definitely is. So, he'll definitely want to start his singles career and a pay-per-view since returning from their injury with a win against Kane. Kane usually puts guys over. That's his job here. This will be a little bit of a squash match to put Ryback over, give him a ton of momentum. He's the younger guy. They're pushing him to the moon and back. Ryback, easy match to predict, is getting this win here, obviously. The next match is the Usos against Damien Mizdow and The Miz. Now, Damien Mizdow and The Miz are probably one of the most over gimmicks in the whole company, and they're probably one of the most over tag teams in about 5 years in the tag team division. There's no question The Miz and Damien Mizdow are winning this match. Why would they make them lose when they're super over? Everybody's really into this gimmick. They don't want to lose this gimmick. If they lose at this pay-per-view, their heat or how over they are is going to dramatically they're dramatically going to lose that. Why would they give the win to the Usos and make Damien Mizdow and The Miz lose? Everybody wants to see Damien Mizdow and The Miz win this match. They're super over. Everybody really likes them. The gimmick is super hot right now. So why? Why would they make them lose? Everybody likes them. They like them as the champions. It would be deproductive to give the Usos the win here. They've been the champions for a good 6 months this year already. They're certainly not as entertaining as The Miz and Damien Mizdow. Nobody wants to see the Usos win here. It will be a good match, but The Miz and Damien Mizdow have only just won them championships, so they're not going to change hands very soon. And it simply goes down to the fact that they're the more over gimmick, and people want to see them, and they want to see them as the champions. the title is not changing hands at the TLC pay-per-view, especially not to the Usos, considering they've had a very long title run this year already, and I don't think I'd want to see them close the year as the champions. It would be the same kind of as what we've already seen already. I mean, they haven't changed since being the champions before, so why do we want to see them do another run as the champions? Damien Mizdow and The Miz is something new, something fresh, they're super over, so why stall their momentum? Damien Mizdow and Miz are going to win. A similar match to Ryback against Kane is Eric Rowan against Big Show. It almost looks like a carbon copy. Yes, I feel like Big Show is going to put over Eric Rowan in this match. Eric Rowan, he's only just turned a babyface. He's only just cut himself off from the Wyatt family. He's fresh. He's hungry. He's young. He's new. He's a new idea. They keep changing his gimmick, but they'll want to give him the momentum. End 2014 on a high with a big win, a big pay-per-view win against the Big Show. This is Eric Rowan's first singles match on a pay-per-view. They obviously want to start off with a win. Eric Rowan is going to win here against Big Show. Big Show, he's changed from babyface to heel, so who really cares about him anymore? Who cares about Big Show? Why would they give the win to Big Show? That's deproductive, that's not helpful whatsoever. What is helpful is for Big Show to put over Eric Rowan and to give Eric Rowan all the momentum, end 2014 on a high, and get his singles career off to a great start. Easy prediction, maybe the easiest prediction on the card, is Eric Rowan to win the match. Now, Luke Harper against Big Dolph Ziggler could be an immense match. This is going to be great. It's a freaking ladder match for the IC title, the Intercontinental Championship. How good is that? And I'm actually going to go for a little bit of a swerve. I don't know if this is obvious to some people, but I feel like Ziggler is winning this match. Yes, here's why. Ziggler pretty much won the match for the Survivor Series team, Team Cena, and he collected the Slammy Award on Monday Night Raw. So obviously, they're really pushing Dolph Ziggler at the moment. He ended SmackDown standing supreme over everybody else. Ziggler is super over right now, and that's because WWE are pushing him. Why would they bother pushing him for then to give him the loss at the TLC pay-per-view? WWE seem like they're really behind Dolph Ziggler, and they seem like they're the most behind Dolph Ziggler than they've ever been. Obviously, why would they make him end the Survivor Series match on his own and win the match and dethrone the Authority? They're super into Dolph Ziggler. They're super into pushing Dolph Ziggler. So the obvious prediction is to give Ziggler the win in this match and become the new Intercontinental Champion. Win back the IC Championship from Luke Harper and become the new IC Champion. He's got all this momentum right now. He's super over. He's super hot. He's got all that momentum. Oh my god, he's so over. Why would they ruin all that momentum he's got over the last 2 months for him to lose against Luke Harper? There must be a reason WWE are pushing him, and I feel like they're setting him up to become the new champion once again. I don't understand why they'd build him up all these for like the last month and a half or 2 months for them to lose to Luke Harper. It's WWE's doing to build him up, so why would they make him lose? It feels like they want him to... He's super over because that's how they've booked him, so they'll probably book him to win here as well. In my opinion, your new IC champion is Dolph Ziggler. Rusev against Jack Swagger. Your winner will be Rusev. Now, Jack Swagger faced Rusev at SummerSlam, and we all thought Jack Swagger was going to win, but he didn't. The only reason they're doing this match again is because Sheamus is injured, and they needed somebody for Rusev to face, so Jack Swagger was the only choice. This is a bit of a filler match. It's going to do nothing. Rusev is obviously winning this match. If WWE wanted to give Jack Swagger the win over Rusev, they would have done it at SummerSlam, where he was more over. More people were into that feud at that time than they are now. More people were into Jack Swagger at that time than they are now. So if they were going to give Jack Swagger the win over Rusev, it would have happened months ago and not at TLC. Rusev is winning. He's only just become the champion, so why is he going to drop the title? Jack Swagger, he's been irrelevant for the last 2 months. It wouldn't make sense for him to be the one to defeat Rusev and defeat the streak, so to speak. So for me, easy prediction is for Rusev to win. I don't even know why this match is happening. The next match is the kickoff show between The New Day against Goldust and Stardust. The New Day are winning this match. It's their first pay-per-view match, or their first, well, it's on the kickoff, but it's technically their first pay-per-view match. They've only just debuted, they're a new team, they're winning. It's easy and simple as that. Why would they give Goldust and Stardust the win when the New Day have only just come in? It only makes sense to give the newer team the momentum right here. Goldust and Stardust are already over, the New Day have only just debuted. It makes sense to give them the win. Why would you give Goldust and Stardust the win? And I believe the final match is, yes it is, Nikki Bella against AJ Lee. Nikki Bella. CM Punk's podcast and what he said about the WWE is not going to help AJ Lee's career. Absolutely not whatsoever. I mean, yes, what CM Punk said, that's not going to help her career, and it's certainly not going to help her how she's booked in this match. I have no idea how she's going to get booked in this match, but all I can guarantee is Nikki Bella is going to win. CM Punk said all those things. There's no way they're going to make his wife win back the Divas Championship. No way in hell. I wouldn't be surprised if Nikki Bella is booked to win in less time than she did at Survivor Series. No, seriously, Nikki Bella is winning this match. And it's not only just to what CM Punk said. Nikki Bella's only just become the champion. She's a new champion. We haven't seen her be the champion for years. We saw AJ Lee become the champion, and she's been the champion for the majority of the year, so why do we want to see her become the champion again? We want something new, we're getting it with Nikki Bella, so it would be deproductive to give the belt to AJ Lee again. My prediction is Nikki Bella. So as you can see, the card is actually quite easy to predict. So there are all my predictions for TLC 2014. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, check out tomcushnie.co.uk. Hope you enjoyed TLC. My Twitter will have live coverage of TLC, so follow me on there. Take care, spike your hair.